Hi, my name's Tori Tilgen, and this is my digital story about learning to grow up. From the time we are born until the time we leave the nest, we depend on our parents. They catch us when we fall, they patch our first boo-boo, they comfort us during our first breakup, and guide us through all the decisions life throws our way. So what do we do when it's time to leave the nest and make our own adult choices? Well, the simple answer is we panic, or at least I did. It was time for me to go off to college and spread my wings. As I packed up my stuff, loaded the car, and drove off to school, I wasn't glancing back in the rearview mirror. Sure, I was a little nervous, but my overwhelming rush of excitement masked my nerves without hesitation. It wasn't until I moved into my new house, set up all my new furniture, packed my drawers tight, decorated my room just the way I wanted it, and tucked myself in for bed that I realized, oh my gosh, I really did this thing. It was then I realized I was no longer a kid, but yet I was living on my own, and I was shocked. There were no parents downstairs waiting to see when I would shut my lights off. No parents to tell me, no, you can't go to McDonald's, it's 12:30 in the morning. I finally felt free, and I was ecstatic. Until one icy winter day, I felt miserable. I had chills, cold sweats, unimaginable feelings of exhaustion. The first thing I wanted to do was call my mom. In that moment, all I wanted to do was become a child again. Have my mom make me some soup, take care of me until I would feel better. And it was in this tragic moment I was laying in my bed, sick as a dog, empty-stomached, with my head hung low in defeat. I realized I wasn't that little girl with her mom in the room next door, waiting to take care of her when she called. Instead, I was a 20-year-old college student who had to learn to take care of herself sick for the first time. I was overwhelmed with the feeling of sadness as it came crashing over me. But it also gave me a new appreciation for the 18 years that I did have with my parents. It gave those years with my parents more meaning than I ever could imagine they would have had. I reflected on how I spent so much time focused on growing up as a high school student and realized that I took for granted what I had right in front of my own eyes. Two loving parents who, although they had rules, only looked out for my better interest and were there to take care of me whenever I needed it. So to anyone who has ever grown up or has kids that are growing up, I urge you to learn from this and I encourage you to reflect upon these moments and cherish them because they are so precious, and in the end they will mean so much to you when you realize you are a sick college student with no mom to come bring you chicken noodle soup.